Hey guys, Double Wide 6 here. Today I'm making a little video on how to adjust the engine speed on a Tecumseh 10 horsepower snowblower. Generally, what you can do is when your machine is running, you can adjust this screw here right by your throttle. If you move the screw in, it'll speed up the engine RPM. If you move the screw out, it'll slow it down. I have already moved the screw out as far as it will go, basically, and the engine is still revving. So what I'm going to do is make an adjustment to the governor arm, which is back here. You can see the linkages in the governor arm. So the first thing I want to do is check the RPM. So to check the RPM, I got one of these little gauges that you can check the RPM. It's an hour meter RPM checker, and what you can do is wrap it around the spark plug. They say to wrap it around about 4 times. I just use a spring on the end here, and that'll get me my number. So I'm going to start this thing up and we'll take a look at the RPM. I think we want it around no higher than 3,200. We'll see what it's at full rev. Well, you don't want your engine to run that high. I saw it briefly at 3,700, so I wanted to turn it off because you can blow your engine if it's running too high. So now we're gonna try and back it up. So to reduce our RPM, all we have to do is we have to take our governor lever here and loosen it up. So you need to put a wrench underneath because there's a nut underneath, and you're gonna need a Torx screwdriver, and you want to break that loose, and you can see it moved. Now if you want to make your engine go faster, you move the lever this way to the left. If you want to make it slower, you push it to the right. Factory set, I believe it should be pushed back as far as it goes and then tightened. So that's what I'm going to do. It's actually, you know, spring loaded, so it is pulling that way. So if you need to speed it up, you turn it that way and lock it in place, but you're only moving this thing a little bit, so maybe 1/8 of an inch on the end. So from here to my fingertip, that would be your adjustment to speed it up. So what I'm going to do is lock it in place right here, and we'll check the RPM. Alright guys, so now we adjusted our governor arm, and what we want to do is we want to keep it throttled down just to make sure you didn't adjust it the wrong way or anything. And we're going to try and start this thing. So the throttle's down, and once we start it, what we're going to end up doing is it's probably going to be running slow. So what we're going to do is get it revved up, and then I'm going to tighten this screw, and we'll bring it up to, I don't know, about 3,100 is where I'd like to be. So at this point we'll start it and we'll see what the RPM meter reads. So I'll get it started here. $960, 1,020. That's our idle speed. 1140. So 1,200. Now we want to see what it's at high speed. About 2,400. So now I'm going to tighten up that screw, and we're going to bring it up to about 3,100. So that's how you adjust your RPM on one of these Snow King engines. It's pretty easy to do, especially if you have the tachometer. I ended up setting it, as it was a little hard to see the screen on that tachometer I had, but I set it to about 3,000. It varied between 3,060 and 3,000. If I wanted to, I could go up a little bit higher, but I thought it sounded good, so that's what I went with. And as far as idle, I have it idling at about 1,500, and that seems to be idling nice. So anyhow, I'm double wide 6, and I got a bunch of small engine repair videos. You can check out my channel. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you learned a thing or two here. Take care.